how you going? Hey, see, how you going? We're getting our paints out. So, today we are working on our base. We're getting it all fancy. We're going through, we're getting some lighting going on. Hey, Autistic, how you going? We're doing some shenanigans. We also need to shake this paint. So, as you all know, that this is the base that we've got for Angron and Sanguinius. We're doing the fighting. We're doing the shenanigans. Ba-da-ba. So it should be good. I figured today we're going to start off by getting the shadows on all of our skulls. We'll get them looking fantastic. And all the fun skis. So I figured that's where we're starting off. Actually, you know what? We don't need another color yet. So we're going to go through and get all of these dark spots just picked out. And that'll be a starting spot. So, how's everyone going? What you been up to? Any shenanigans? Oh, there we go. That's better. There we go. Right. I've been playing some V Rising, which is a vampire game, where you basically go around, you build bases, and then you fight bosses. And it's been a heap of fun. Welcome on in, Jay. How you going? And I've been slowly building up a base, and I'm like, yes! We have a castle! We can blah 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 the night away! And it is such a vibe. There we go. And I figure if we go with brown for the skulls, at least in the shadows, it'll help differentiate them out from everything else. So that should be good. Do-do-do-do-do. And I figure what we were also going to do is we're going to get Angron into place today. At least just posing him there. So we know where he's going. So we can yes! Very much so. I mean, I think we can call the... does this mean that Angron is big-based? Is he big-based? Is he mega-based? Why are you wobbly? We're going to have to come back to that. So, I figure we're going to hit Angron with some lighting and shadowing today as well. So that we can really sell the fact that there are lights down in here. Because I think that is going to be a plan. Plan, Stan? Yeah. Like... I'm going to have to use that joke. That is a glorious joke and I love it. There we go. He's a big based bullied boy. I've been finding out about the fact that there's a dude called Commissar Yarrick recently, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I found out that Angron killed him, and I'm like, oh, hello, welcome in. We are busy painting Angron's base today. Well, Angron and Sanguinius, since this is a diorama. And we're starting by shading the shadows of all these little skulls. Giving them some love and attention. What everybody needs. And then we're gonna come in and make it brighter. Just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, I found out about that and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to read about this. Like, this sounds absolutely nuts. So I think I'm gonna go on a quest to find this book, or these books where this is happening. Because this Yarrick guy sounds like a total badass. And like, an ordinary human just staring down Angron and being like, yeah. Hello? Thank you. Yeah. So I figure it's probably going to be a couple of painting sessions before we finish this up. How you going, Mingles? But, like, damn. I am beyond impressed. I'm so hyped to see how this gets all put together. I think my light is having a hissy fit. Then again, it isn't my light, so... Maybe it's just protesting that I've borrowed it for so long. Ah, where's our next batch of skulls? There we go. Yarrick has a lot of ore from fighting the biggest and baddest orc to the point that orcs suspect him more than most other... Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Hello! We are vibing. We're busy doing some shading on the skulls. Life is good. Like, that is way impressive. Like, especially because don't orcs follow the law of if you're the biggest, then you're the baddest? So therefore, if they respect him more than other orcs that are probably bigger, that is major props. Damn! You got skills! That's just downright impressive. I gotta read the books then. Yeah, these vibes are pristine over here. I mean, even the rain is like, congratulations. We're dropping down in perfect sheets. We're letting none have issue here. There we go. That being said, I'm not really sure how I want to touch on the guns and stuff. It's like last time we did guns, I wasn't super happy about how they turned out, so we'll figure something out. Oh yeah, thank you. Like, I didn't have time to try and put a transfer on them. Like, I like the idea of putting transfers on them, but it takes so long. And like, although a friend from club was like, hey, you could put loyalists on one side, and and traitors on the other, and I was like, oh my gosh, that'll take so long. Because to do last week with the 4,000 Suns transfers, yeah, it matches. It totally matches. It took like 3 hours to do, and I don't know whether that was because of my inexperience with transfers or whether it's just how nail transfers work or the process of doing transfers on nails. And I was like, ha! This is horrifying. Maybe we just stick to putting transfers on miniatures. I don't know how people go ahead and do it on the regular. Like, holy moly. Oh. But I do like this red. This red is such a vibe. Although, we probably could. Orcs think he's cool that he actually pulled off an Orc mech's arm and jammed it onto an arm. Like, Orc tech never works. Oh, I did not know that. Orc tech never works unless... Oh, cool. Also, welcome in Yoru and welcome in Raiders. How are you going? What you up to? So, does that mean that with... Does that mean with... So the orcs thought it was cool enough that it got accepted into the orc warg field that the arm worked. So therefore it worked. Hello! Well, I only have chaos transfers at the moment, so we're stuck being traitors. So when I get my hands on some loyalist transfers, we'll do some shenanigans. But until then, we'll practice. It's Yarrick, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. What kind of shenanigans did you get up to, Yoru? And actually, if we just dry brush a bit of brown onto here. Like that. There we go. Just getting a bit more thing. Look into the Badab wall. Isn't that the one where the solving puzzles? Oh, fun. That Badab War. That's the one with the Lamenters, right? The Lamenters and the Astral Claws? I'm sure that's the one with the... Right? Because the Lamenters sided with the Astral Claws because the Astral Claws thought the Astral Claws were in the right position because they were I the right stuff. And then let's see how much I have learned. The Astral Claws were actually secretly traitors, and when the Lamenters found out, they tried to do the right thing. Unfortunately, it was too far along, so the Lamenters got sent on a penitent crusade. That's about all I know, though. Because, like, I found out about the Cursed Founding, and then I found out about the Lamenters, and that's how I found out about the Badab War. Like, those Lamenters, it's like, oh, like playing, oh, fun. Amethyst farms are a vibe. I don't think I'm quite up for making an automatic amethyst farm, but like seeing them in person, it always amazes me. Oh. Here we go. Oh, astral claws. Oh, okay. And then, oh, and the only, like, no, I'm getting, let's see what else I can squeeze out of my brain juices about this. The astral claws and the lamenters came from the same founding. What else? YouTube's, oh, one moment. I know why that it is. That is because it is on top chat rather than live chat, so that should all pop out eventually. Yeah, so you have top chat and live chat over on YouTube, and it will always default to top chat. And for some reason, it doesn't like a lot of words revolving around tax evasion, and a lot of memey words. And it'll just make those words disappear. The astral claws are basically tax evade. Oh my gosh. Like, going off and stealing. Like, that's basically what happened with Krieg, wasn't it? They had a world that was so good on their trade that they were like, nah, we don't need no Imperium, this is fine. And then it turned out that they totally needed the Imperium because the Imperium went and blockaded them. Okay, that's starting to get some shapes or color. This is what we wanted. All right. Time for us to break out the wraith bone. Come on. Thank you. With all of those lovely lumps. Do not trust the lumps in the wraith bone. You never know where they've come from. Look, I'm looking at the skulls and I'm like, how many did I think was a good idea to put on this model? How many skulls? This is so many skulls. Oh my gosh. Oops. This was a decision. a decision was made. And now we have to stick with it. Good thing is, like, it's highlighting everything fairly easily. Like, I think skulls for the Skull Throne. Yes, Lone! We have so many skulls! Like, this used up half a sheet of skulls. They are everywhere! They are falling down! They are everywhere! Welcome in! We're giving them a nice old paint. I hope you're having a lovely day! Oh. And the good thing is, because we put down the white, we know where our light sources are heading with this. It's going good. Oh, you got a rose quartz skull. Pretty. Like, I can honestly say, crystal skulls have never been one of my interests, but it's like the time and effort that goes into making them is very interesting to me. Because, like, the building of them. Yes, this is 40k. This is going to be the base for Angron and Sanguinius here, who is going to sit like this. Let's just tip this way for you guys to see. Let me just make sure that this is in shot. So they're gonna be sitting like that. There we go. And so that everything goes ahead and looks really cool. I can even quickly get the picture up for everybody to see. Do we have the picture still attached? Is this it? Yes, this is the picture from last time of what they're going to vaguely look like when they're all attached. Bam! Although there is a lot of wings. I am so hyped to be seeing this in action. Like, oh, thank you, Cobalt. Also, welcome on in, Aroha and Cobalt. Ahora. I hope that's how I say that. And yeah, I'm really hyped. It's been a while in the making, and it's been so much fun. At this point, we are working on the skulls, giving them some shade and some shape, so we can really make them stick out as, well, victims. Thank you, your dad. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Like, this has been about... We started working on this in January, I want to say? Yeah, somewhere around there. And it's been a vibe. Like, 10 out of 10, I would do this again. In fact, 10 out of 10, we are going to be doing this again at some point. Like, I'm sort of working on gathering the materials for the demon pimp for our next fella. And it's just a matter of getting the Slaneshi demons for the walking cane. And a few other things. And then we should be good to go. Like, this has been a long time coming. So for a lot of the texture, we use this, which is some modeling paste. Which 10 out of 10, so much fun, so easy to use. I got it like at the dollar store. Like, this was $25. It's an art modeling paste. And it gave us most of this lovely texture. We applied it with, you know, this and this, giving us some lovely, lovely shapes. So, and there's also green stuff involved. And yeah. It was lots of fun to make and mix and get all the things all embedded. And then, as for Angron and Sanguinius, well, they're over to one side chilling. It's been fun. And 10 out of 10 would do again. It's like, it's probably going to be a few months away, but where is it? Here it is. We're going to turn this guy. Where is he? There he is. This guy into a demon pimp instead of a demon prince. That's gonna be the next plan. So that's going to be the next big project. And I'm looking forward to doing that. Because we need a bit of chaos in our lives. And that way, we can finally have someone wear the hat. Permanently. Yeah, exactly. Chaos pimps and best pimps. Exactly. What is happening here? A moment. My chat is not showing my chat anymore. Oop. I've broken my chat. Oops. One moment. Oh. Okay, no, we got it back. So I stream model building today and tomorrow in the week, whatever day that is for you guys. And then yesterday and the day before, I play survival games. At the moment, we're playing Minecraft. And it is Minecraft hardcore. And until we get the materials for the Demon Pimp, we're going to be painting Tyranids. Because I have fallen into having a few Tyranids, so therefore I am morally obliged. Welcome on in, Corn! How are you going? So I am morally obliged to paint up my army. Wait, which skull was I painting? There's too many. Hard to tell. Where was I at? I think it might have been this one. You know what? We're painting this one. Here we go. Like right now, I've got a Hive Tyrant that is partially painted. Just here. Here we go. Here he is. Looking all fancy like. Like, this is gonna be my first army. Ah, but these are my skulls and I don't share. Sorry, Corn. These are skulls for the Speeling throne. And I'm rather nervous. Because it's like, because I never really expected to be painting an army. Like, I got into this to paint individual models, and then suddenly it crept up on me, and I'm like, oh my word, how did this happen? This wasn't supposed to go like this. I like painting the big feature pieces. So I actually got the inspiration from a bird. I think it's like the East Cape cuckoo or something like that. And then I was like, wait, what if there's like exposed flesh underneath the carapace? So I have done, yeah. And like iridescent feathers. So I have a iridescent paint that can go over top of my little nids to make it so that I don't need to go ahead and paint what's it called, the full series of non-metallic metals on every single little termagant and be like, yeah, this is fine, we don't need to paint non-metallic metal on these guys, every single one of them. Oh, coconut crabs, that's a vibe. Although this guy, this poor guy, he came in the box with his foot off. So whatever we're doing, I gotta make sure that his foot ends up on his base. Because, like, he came battle scarred. So his foot's been existing in blue tack right in front of me for the last month and a bit. just existing there, being like, it's okay. Because, like, I tried gluing it back on and, well, it's such a little piece. It doesn't have the gluing capability to get back on there, really. So it's just like, it's okay. You're just a little guy. I'm not sure. Like, okay. I don't think a Termagant would have a skull, honestly, right? Like, it's got an exoskeleton, so surely it doesn't have a skull. Like, it doesn't look like it's got a skull. And if it does, in canon they do? Okay. You've been painting Barbagants and Tim. Fair enough. Like, I'm at the point where because like I fell into owning my things because I ended up with 2 halves of the ultimate starter set, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's decided for me. And then I got given this as a late Christmas present. I got given my Hive Tyrant as a late Christmas present. Oh, the Badabwa. Ah, that makes sense. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. And then it gets even worse. I walk into the toy store when I was going to get the Demon Prince. And these were on special. So, you know, I'm morally required by now. Yeah. Like, they just, you know, they just showed up. I can't explain it. they just mysteriously appeared. You know, what's a Speeling to do? That is true. No Warhammer is better than having an empty pocket. Like, if you cannot explain where your money is for the month, then do not do it. That being said, I do like the look of Sprucons, not gonna lie. At some point, I'd like to play around with that. Like, see how artsy we can make some Sprucons? Because I think we could do some fun with that. Oh. Bum. There we go. Okay, so that's through here. Highlighted. I have not actually seen... so if you want to post in the Discord, you have to agree to the rules. And, yeah. That is basically it. We are busy painting Angron and Sanguinius's base. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It goes like this. Ta-da! Like that. And if we go like this. Wait, where did I put OBS? Oh my gosh, OBS is buried under everything. Bam! We took this photo last week. Ooh. And that is what it's going to look like. Well, that's what it looks like from last week, of everything all attached and looking fancy. I'm so glad I have this picture. Yeah, it's basically don't be a jerk, no spamming, no swearing. All the rest, you know. Yeah. Like, it has been so much fun working on this. Like, yeah, generally the rules are there so that, like, peeps can be, you know, everyone knows what even playing field people are all on. Yeah, awesome! looks cool. That is a very fancy Terminator. Thank you. Well, I actually built it when I saw, like, the inspiration came from, you know, the animatic that is on YouTube of Angron versus Sanguinius on the, what is it? The Fight at Eternity Gate? In the Horus Heresy? That fight. I really should learn who made it, because damn, it's a good one. Oh, wow. Thank you. Yeah, your stinkins, your dangits, and your crumps. Exactly. And, like, that's what inspired me to make this. Because I saw it and I was like, yes. This needs to be made. And it has been so much fun to do. I have learned so much doing it. Actually, these skulls are all full on lit up, because this is going to be a light. And what we need to do is going ahead and sending bright light through the bottom of Angron's feet going up, and we're also going to need to darken the top of Angron up here. How long did it take you to finish Angron? Like, we've been working on this since February. Oh. And like, this is my first big project. Oh, yeah, like, I heard someone, what is it? Read that speech, like, as an audio voice acting. And I was just like, I'm not crying, you're crying, this is, like, especially when he's just like, yeah, you are welcome to go home to your families. I can't, but you can. Like, damn. Especially because he was like, I don't want to be here. Oh my gosh, music animatics are something else. They are wildly cool. We got lighting hitting here. Bit more hitting here. A month or two? Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, this has been my first big model to do, and I'm just like, holy moly. That being said, I think I prefer doing the big models rather than the littler models. Like, since starting Angron, I have totally and utterly ignored my poor kill team here. Like, they've just existed. And why is there red? Where did this red come from? There is suddenly red on this fella, and I have no idea where it's come from. Okay, anywho, these guys have been ignored and left alone. Yeah, like, exactly, that's him. That's the line. Go back to your families. You've given more than enough, and I will have no one calling you cowards. Like, boom. Boom. Like, I have ignored these guys since I started painting this model, and I'm not sure I want to go back to these guys. I still have half the rest of the kill team to do. Red is the Canadian color. I'm not real. They're getting influenced by corn through aggro. They must be, because that looks like corn red. Maybe he fell in the paint. That might have been what happened. Or fell on the brush. Uh-oh. We're busy painting skulls. So many skulls. All the skulls. Because these lights are here, that's going to be the next thing that we're going to do. Is we're going to give all of this a lovely what for in some lighting, I think. And since white or skulls, oh yeah, absolutely. Posting to art is always great. I have a friend who's got a Night Lord's kill team, and I'm like, ooh, this looks fancy. What does that do? In fact, that fella's busy going ahead and kit bashing named characters, I believe, from every legion, and I'm like, ooh, what's he do? And that's how I've learned most of my stuff. I'm like, so this guy is actually Sigismund, and he was actually super tall. Nice to know. What do you mean he did the, like, Templars thing? Hop. You read the trilogy? Oh. Oh my gosh. Like, we have... So, I have Mortarion and Magnus. And I'm busy waiting for a bit before I paint them. I'd like to, like, have an interim before I paint them. Because, holy moly. And how do I feel about the Saturnine Terminators and the Dreadnoughts GW release? Like, I think like the Saturnine Terminators remind me of the really old art. Because, like, I've seen some of the old art and I'm like, this looks so retro. And then I see the Saturnine Terminators and I'm like, this looks so retro. I see what you're going for here. And so, in that way, I like it. But it doesn't look very practical. But then again, what else? What other piece of Space Marine stuff looks actually practical? Like, personally speaking, I think when it comes to loving your art, and I need to take this advice as well for when it comes to my digital art, because I they need to just be Folgers in a head. Like, honestly, fair. Very fair. Like, me personally, I'll spend time doing a piece of digital art, and then I'll come back and I'll just delete it because I look at it and I'm like, this is nowhere near the stuff I can do traditionally. Like, I can mix colors till the cows come home traditionally, but like when I go to do something digitally, I'm just like, I am floundering so hard. And like, learning to accept that there are things that you like, there are things that you don't like, and finding outside opinions. Replace it with another pauldron. Yes. Like, and being able to come back to it and be like, yeah, I am okay with what I've painted, I think is important. Like, you don't have to love it, you just have to be okay with it. Like, so I only know Angron from like snippets of like the enemy's point of view so far. So like the enemy going, oh shit, Angron, run away. So like, is he just that bad as a character? Like, because from what I understand, he got the butcher's nails young and then lost a psycho ability? Yeah. Actually, that's a really good idea. Paint the same concept once each year and see what you do, how you do it. That's actually really good advice. This planet was on. Oh, his nails, angry nails in his head that makes him angry. Welcome on in, Stargazer. Wait, he was robbed. So the nails weren't able to be removed, obviously. Therefore, Angry Boy goes to Corn. Whether he likes to or not. Okay, I'm following. Therefore, all of his legion goes to Corn. Oh, that... Because, like, isn't he at the present day... He just, like, sort of pops up, and then he's like, ah! And then dies, and then he pops up again, and then goes, ah! And it's like 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 minutes, and 8 seconds, or something like that. Probably in a bit more of an order than that, too. I mean, it's Lorgar. What do you expect? The guy's a jerk face. I mean, he's not going to actually go ahead and do what anybody would actually like to happen. I mean, isn't Lorgar the one responsible for the heresy anyway? Didn't he go ahead and, like, organize the what is it? The poisoning of Horus? So that Horus would join the Chaos Gods? And Erebus. Yeah! Oh, Erebus did that. Okay. Wait, how did alphabet beads curse at you? I'm so curious right now. All right, I do believe we are ready to rumble. Little guy got most of his stuff from... that sounds right. Oh. Glorious. All right, we want... Is it mummy? Yes, we want ancient mummies. No, wait. No, we don't want ancient mummies. We want red. We want the reddest red that we can ever red. We want pink. In fact, where's our Empress children? Because an Erebus had... Oh, Erebus had Lorgar whispering in his ear. Oh, okay. Now this makes so much more sense. Oop. One of this. Some of this. Okay, now. Because we're doing the brights and the darks and everything else, we're going to put this to one side. We are going to grab our lovely Angron. Doop. Ooh, I need to redo the glue for Sanguinius. Now, where have I put... You know what? It's okay. We're not going to have to worry about where we put the doohickey for actually gluing things because we're just going to take it straight out of the bottle. It's fine. I mean, honestly, considering the fact that most of the Primarchs seem to have, like, had a pretty bad start anyway, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, nothing in our paintbrush. Great. Give us the purple. Well, not really purple, but still. Okay. With this we get shadows. Like, I was busy racking my brains over the week how I was going to go ahead and get a nice even shadowing. And then I was like, wait, we have contrast paints. This makes perfect and total sense. We can just do like a light layer of contrast paints over everything that is actually needing to have the shadow, and it'll make total sense. And what do you know? It works. The magic of contrast. It lives on. Huzzah! Because we got the spear glowing over here, which means that we have to be very careful about where we add the light. And then we're also going to be having the lighting coming up from the bottom, which does even more glowing. After the Emperor denounces Lorgar, Erebus nudges him towards chaos, which is what his original world... Really? Really? Smart move, Emperor. Like, honestly, every time I hear about the Emperor, it's just like, congratulations, you did one dumb thing, and then you balanced it out with a smart thing, and then you did 6 more dumb things. Could you not have been a little bit more smarter? This would have saved the world so many more times over. You are not a genius, no matter how much you think you say you are. Saying you are smart does not equal actually being smart. This is not how the world works. Like, oh my goodness. Really? No. Wait a minute. Didn't he send Gilliman to go and burn down a planet? Because of that or something? I'm sure there's something about Gilliman burning down a planet. Been used as... What? That is crazy. Like, really? Not enjoying these streaks. Trying to do this with Sanguinius attached is a... This is tricky. Next time we do something like this, we have to plan the shadows ahead of time. Oh my word. Isn't it? Yeah, well, honestly, I think, like, when you're trying to write someone who is supposedly all-powerful, you run into the Superman problem where you have to have someone the person really cares about. And when it's the Emperor, it runs into even more problems because, yeah, you're writing a dude who is A, dead in the modern setting, and B, is one of the main sources for the problems in the modern setting. So it's like, okay, what are we to do here? Plus the fact that, yeah, there is very little cohesion in what is going on. Like, it's one thing where you have everyone away in their own little corner doing their own thing, but when the books start out as a single trilogy and then you leave it at that, that's fine. But from what I understand, the Horus Heresy started out as a trilogy and then grew into something much larger. What is it? Like 60 books? That off there. So, therefore, it makes it so that... Okay, let's just hold that very carefully that way. It makes it so that it can actually be rather confusing as to where different people are intending to take it. So, if you look at it like... I think the Avengers is actually a really good one. Like, initially, they have a plan. They have a fairly good plan as to where things are going, what things are doing, and then they have stages to the plan. Like, you know, at stage 1, what is it? Phase 1. They did phases. They were introducing everyone. Oh, I think it's not only that, but when you have multiple writers on a project, each person brings their own... oh shit. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, paintbrush the other way. Each person brings their own, for lack of a better word, voice to a project. Okay, so we're getting some shadows just through here. And what that means is that unless there is some serious planning involved, well, even when there is some serious planning involved, it can mean that if multiple people are working on the same character, you can end up with some losses as to what this character actually reads as. Like, it's the same for if you're doing working as the game master for a LARP. You have to make sure that everyone understands what a character sounds like and acts like, just in case the specific person to play a character, or NPC a character I should say, is not there. There we go. Blend this out a little bit more. I thought I was really close on that one. I thought I failed. I thought I passed that one, Canadian. Okay, there we go. Anger on much darker wings now. So therefore there is a lot more contrast. Is it showing up? Yes. There we go. And we just need a little bit more over here. Up in here. Up. $40K got screwed when Erda scattered the Primarchs. Oh, the new Lion book. I've heard nothing but good things about that book. I'm really curious to read that one. Like, honestly, like, I have to question Erda's, like, intent, whether she was in her right mind or what. Because, like, honestly, you're going ahead and you're working with this guy. Surely you would be aware of his intentions from nearly the get-go? Like, it's pretty darn obvious when someone's out here making super soldiers, right? He's already got the Thunder Warriors. Surely. I mean, plus, what was it? Leto? Something like that. Plus, there's the other, like, super soldier fella. Like, you think... You think she would be able to notice a couple of things? I mean, being eternally autistic is a vibe, and I am here for it. Yeah. You get all of these areas just darkened up for what we must do to it. Now, if I'm thinking her anger. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you had gone ahead and you had thought ahead, then perhaps this would not have been an option. And like, doesn't the Emperor let her live too? So like, the question is why? Like, I would like to know this dude's thought process to be like, yeah, I'm going to let the ruiner of my super secret project that is going to save the universe live. But then I'm not going to spend like 2 days helping Angron do the thing that is actually going to save the world. Because like, isn't he in the middle of some sort of help? No, some sort of requirement thing? Like, oh my gosh, those rippers are cute. No, they're not rippers. Leapers? Hello, Richard, welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day. We're just giving Angron a little bit of a facelift before he is attached to everything. Well, before we start doing lighting. Boom. Boom. Okay. So now that that is all darkened up. Boom. Thank you. All right. So while he is drying, yoink. You can live over there. Bounce up against my glass, maybe? There we go. Yoink. All right. So, I figure we've got this light here, these lights here, and we need some white. So, what we will do is the light is going to be hitting the skulls and all of this. So therefore, it's going to be a red, like a blood red light that's going to be hitting everything. Oh yeah, like usually by the end of stream, I will end up with paint marks all the way along here. So it's a whole thing. We need to... Did I shake this? We need to get a bit of this onto the board. Yoink. So that is why I have this mat. Because otherwise, I'd be ending up with glue and all sorts on here. Like, all of this. Oh. Oops. We're about to move a camera. Yeah. Boop. There we go. Like, all of this coloration is completely from... Oh dear. Where is everything? Where's everything gone? There we go. Like, all these... It used to be green. Oh my gosh. I will have you know. The amount of times I've scraped paint off my computer screen. It's on my... The the paint is on my keyboard. It's on my drawing tablet. Like, I am slowly accepting the fact that the paint is here to stay. I'm not getting rid of it. All right, so first off, we're gonna do just another covering in white for everywhere. Oops, that is... because this way we can get everything. Why is this brush so damp? True that. Like, I have never been a tidy artist. Like, I've always been like, yes, this is something. It is joyous. This is a joyous event. We will get paint everywhere. That's better. And we will be able to paint over this. But this is going to get our colors everywhere. Here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. So basically when I look down, I start losing face tracking, which is why we have Puppet. So we can do talking. Because that way, it still works. Light, it shines. Why is this pink? I put down red. Oh, it mixed with the Wraithbone. So, like, normally, this is my face tracking. It looks fantastic. I like it. It took a bit of work. But, like, talking like this, like, it don't really work. Like, you can't see me frown, you can't see me smile, you can't see anything. But, like, the way my face tracking works is it works off of, the way my vocals work is it works off of, oh gosh, what's it called? It looks like I'm having a stroke. Probably. Like, I can never see it because my thing is up near my camera. But basically, it works off of my mouth shapes. I did make my model. And, the mouth tracking is also based off of sound, as well as what mouth shapes I make. Otherwise, my mouth would just open and close. Be like, and it would just, it doesn't look as good. Can we make this look bloody red? Hoping we can. I am using Dragon Red. I should actually use my other bright red. I would use my other bright red, but it seems to have walked off. I I don't have a Mephiston red. In fact, Mephiston red has not been in stock for at the local game store for so long. Like, none of the really, really bright, intense colors have been in stock. So it's like, sad noises. But what I figure we'll do is, if that doesn't work, we're going to mix in some of this orange, and that should make it pop. Yeah, my nails are red. Yeah, they do. I usually either do them yesterday afternoon or I do them this morning. Just to really get the enthusiasm going. Nope, nope, nope. There we go, that's better. Actually, I think what we'll do is I have... Where is it? Is this Phoenix Feather? If I... No, we want Scarlet. Nah. Watch out. Boy. This is not the color we want to be using. Blip. However, we have red, orange, and where is the red? Aha! Yeah, it was some sort of skull. This. See, Herbert? Good to see you. I hope to see you another time. The algorithm does provide. Okay, this is called Love Affair, and it is like bright, bright red. And it is a contrast. We are only going to need a tiny little bit of this. I figure this will be really good for getting our lights. Look at that. Bam! Like, that suddenly makes it all look so much more, like it's actually doing something. I think we put the lights in first. Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't think I could rock the afro. That being said, like, it would be fun to do some more traditional painting once in a while. Oh. And I'd like to save up for some Archon Studio minis. I think that'd be fun. Aha! Because, like, I've been eyeing up the dragons and stuff, and I'm like, yes! These are perfect! Unfortunately, my palette that I normally use for these has wandered off. So I'm like, Today we are using this straight out of the bottle. Which is not something I would do. Like, normally I'm a proponent of using them with just, like, on a palette or not at all. But my palette has abandoned me. So, oh well. It is what it is. We shall make do with what we got. And we can also control how much goes down and make that look fine that way. And like, I think this is making it all glow pretty well. Alright, we got a good glow here, we got a good glow there. This, I'm not so fond of. I think we need to readjust that. I'm looking forward to getting anger on it. I think that will be our true trial. Like, although, good my paints, but they're contrasts. I cannot thin these further. They'll just wash away. I shall drink it from the bottle instead. You're like, nom 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 nom. Tastes good. Oh, nom 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 nom. Enjoy your pink drinking habits. Long may they last. Oh yes. Welcome on in, Farlands Explorer. We do painting today and tomorrow every week. So whatever day those days fall for you, that is when we paint. And it does mean that, yes, there are hands. It's a shocker. I know. But we have been working on this base for the last couple of streams. And what's even better is it means that we get fancy nails every week. Like, I gotta say, that's probably my favorite part about streaming the painting. Like, it gives me an excuse to, 1, paint the models. 2, so I haven't used water decals on models yet, but last week I decided to mess around and find out, and I put 1,000 Suns logos on my nails. And one thing that I found was that tweezers were very helpful for getting them into place. Once I got it into place, messing around with it was not fun. It ripped immediately. And I found that if I got a paper towel, I wet the paper towel, and then I put the logo onto there. Like, you cut it out, and then you put it on to the thing. That worked for me. So I was also using, like, where did my nail polish go? So using nail polish rather than art stuff. So I can't give you any tips there. That being said, while it was long drying, it was hard wearing. So you could you could use that if you really wanted to, if you do use it. make sure that the coat underneath is completely dry before you put down your before you put down your next coat, otherwise it smears. That being said, I would like to try messing around with some decals sooner rather than later, because it seems like a lot of fun. Okay, we need to darken this up at some point because that is too much. I think we went overboard. And our brush is dry. Wet. So we'll just let that dry out, and I need a drink. Excuse me, Angron. You are blocking my cup. Please, sit over there. It's probably not the useful hand reveal that you were not hand reveal, useful information that you were looking for, but yeah. I definitely recommend the tweezers and the wet towel. Also, like a straw and a cup of water. What you do is you take the straw and you dip it into the water, and then you put your finger over the top like that, and then you just drag it up and drop a drop of water onto it if you don't have like an eyedropper or something like that, just to give it a little bit of water on both sides. Okay. Bam! It made the world of difference. Get the red dusted onto these edges. There we go. And then I figure what we'll do is we'll probably hit these with some shininess of white. Oh, wait, we've got one. Heck yeah. Extra paintbrush, go. Do. There we go. Aha. So with it being a red light, that means it's not a very strong light. Which is okay. There we go. We approve of this. Aha! Bam! I hereby decree this light is complete. Actually, we have this fella over here. We could probably mess around with some... Oh no, wait, we don't have the materials to actually apply the transfer. I was like, oh yeah, we could totally apply a transfer to this guy today. And then I was like, wait a minute. That won't work. There's not the actually gluey materials. We'd need some odd stuff. There we go. Oh well. That's more to learn for next time, I guess. Then how are we gonna do this? Like that, I think? Yeah. There we go. All right. Show me your golden glowing things, please. Oop. There we go. Yeah. Okay. That is probably too much pink. We can fix that. Said we can fix that by going over. There we go. Okay, I approve of that. That is Speeling approved. Okay. Now, rock side. Oh wait, no. Let me just scritch some of this into here. Like, just looking at it, I'm thinking that maybe we could do something like this and just get some definition of color going through. I think that would be cool. Like, I know through here is kind of weird, but I think it'll break it up. Yeah. Like, I think we're at the stage where we're slapping on color and hoping for the best. Which I know is not a technical term or anything like that, but basically, we've got all sorts of shapes. And, like, trying to find the best way to make the shapes move together and blend into each other. And it's like, ha! Yes! Because we got two lights here, which complement each other. And then we've got the light from Sanguinius, which is shining downwards this way. And then we have rocks, which are all of these bits, which I kind of want to come and pick out with a downwards facing brush. Like this. Actually, honestly, coming over with this right now is probably our best bet. I'm just starting with the texture and then building up. Aha! We do come with plans that work occasionally. This is... Ah! Hello! Welcome back! What you up to? And then I figure if we're grey at the top and then brown at the bottom, like that sort of shading scheme. We're busy working on this base. I think we're sort of picking out all the fun bits, working on them. What you been up to, not real? Anything mischievous? We also got that skull there. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Alright. I'm looking forward to seeing this all finished. Like, the fact that we can actually see the shape and everything now, I'm like, ah! Oh my gosh! It's so exciting! There we go. Wonderful. Okay. Alright, we need to also start breaking out the greys. And getting them all mixed in. And what we can do is we can get them on both sides. And also, I think if we mix in... How did I get into miniature painting? So, that was a long, slow slide. Basically, a long time ago, I think it was like 2015, a friend of mine was like, hey, Speeling, come play this game. It's called Dark Heresy. And they're like, it's a tabletop RPG. And I'm like, what's a tabletop RPG? And I had never heard of Warhammer or anything like that before. And they're like, it's a thing where you sit down and you roll dice and you basically play with your imagination. I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. Let's do it. And then they were like, yeah. And then there's this thing called Warhammer 40k. You play with miniatures. And I'm like, that sounds like nerd stuff. And they're like, well. And so I resisted with all I had for a very long time to not get into Warhammer. And last year I was like, I have money. I really want to paint something. And I took the plunge. I have looked at GW's Lord of the Ring models. I'm thinking of like getting Treebeard for Mumling's birthday and then painting it up really nice. Or like one of the other Ents. Because Mumling is a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and I think that would be really neat. So I'm sort of sitting on that, and I'm like, yes, maybe, yes. But on the other hand, I'm like, oh, but would she really like it? Like, I'm not entirely sure whether it's something Mumling would like or not. Because, like, Mumling really does like handmade gifts and stuff, but Mumling also really doesn't like dusting things. Like, giving her one more thing to dust, I don't think she'd be impressed on that end. Yeah, she is an artsy person, but like, I've sneakily given her, like, sat down, and because Mumling likes to get involved with what her children are into and be like, yeah, let me get involved so I can talk to you on your level about what you're doing, and so let me try your hobby. And so we sat down and we built Tyranids, and like half an hour later she was like, nope, this is too small for my eyeballs. Unfortunately, I don't get to build Tyranids with you now because this hurts my eyes. So unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to get her a kit set because, like, from what I understand, they're of similar scale. But like, buying it and having it all painted up, or giving it to her pre-painted, that could be within the realms. And the Ents are some of her favorite ones. Oh my gosh, yeah, like, I realized a couple of weeks ago I have nowhere to store this particular model that we're working on. I'm like, oh boy, I'm going to need to make myself a shelving unit and stuff, because otherwise, oh, this isn't going to work. Like, this is gonna be one of those things where it's like, oh boy. And like, the local toy store also has one of the Hobbit starter sets. No, what is it? War of the Rohirrim? I think it is. Just sitting on the shelf, and I'm like, But I rather like the building aspect of it. Like, we have Cherry here, right? Cherry the Bone Golem. And Cherry was a lot of fun to do and paint and stuff. It was actually... So, Cherry was one of the first ones I did. And Cherry's a WizKids model. And I looked at Cherry and I was like, I liked this, but I did not like getting into all your nooks and crevices and things, which is why I have stayed with painting Warhammer stuff. And when I find another group that does fantasy stuff that is put together, I'll be looking at them as well, because putting the stuff together makes painting so much easier. Especially when, like, you're able to separate out the arms and the hands and the, like... I keep bumping my mic. Here's my Hive Tyrant's extra hand. It's just living on my computer at the moment. Until it gets painted. It's like, that sort of thing I think is really useful. Do, 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 do. There we go. You know, now that we've gotten in this grey, the red is actually feeling like it's a part of the air. Oops. Like that light feels like it's integrated a whole lot more. I'm pleased with this. This is Speeling approved. There we go. Like, I was looking at what other pieces we could have added to this, and like, I think we've actually reached peak adding. Because like, I think at this point it's looking pretty good. I was looking at the other day, I should say. Because, like, a lot of things get to that point where you hit too much stuff, and then it's like, ah, yes, this is just a conglomeration of stuff, rather than anything else. And, like, figuring out that balance is really important, I think. Because it's like, ah, is this artfully collected? Or a casual lump? And being like, where does this lie? Like, those are important questions, I think. There we go. Oh yeah, and we've still got the skull here. It's just like out there, existing, being like, ah, yeah, don't mind me. We're fine. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Some stuff on those horns. Alright, I think it's starting to look like a rock. I think we're ready to actually go ahead and actually, let's just do a little bit of this and add a touch of yellow down near the bottom to give this side some color, and just work it in. It's like, this side's all bright and red, and this side's like, yes, we're grey. I wanna rock and roll, alright, come on, every day. I think if we yeeted this rock at someone, it would probably just bounce. Like, they might end up with a little spike at them, but that would probably be it. Like, this side is a whole lot more subtle in its coloration. It kind of reminds me of, like building the color up on this kind of reminds me of, doing glazes for paintings. Except we're doing this via dry brushing, and I'm like, Ah, yes. Thank goodness we're actually using the brushes that are good for dry brushing. Otherwise, I think I'd be crying on the inside. These brushes would be ruined! Ruined, I tell you! There would be none left! None! None whatsoever! Whoop! There we go. Actually, because that's looking pretty rock-like, I think what we'll do is we'll pick out a few of these lines and hit them with some, like, actual line work. Bleh! Just make them real fancy. Make people wonder why this rock's so special. There we go. Shiny! I hereby present a shiny rock. All hail the shiny rock, the shiniest of shinies. Everybody wants shiny rock. Shiny rock, good rock. Yes, rock. Shiny rock. There we go. Wonderful. Just adds a little bit of pizzazz. Yay! Okay, so the trick there is one hand is both hands are holding onto the model. This hand rests on the model, and instead of moving your brush, you move the model. Yeah, we are just about done. So, the main things we need to do now is we need to go ahead and, if we tilt up Angron, we need to add red where Angron is standing. And if you look at Angron, he has little nubbins on his toes. Where is his toes? These little diamond nubbins. We need to get rid of those. So, now comes the nerve-wracking part. We need to cut them off. Which, I'm kind of terrified to do, to be perfectly honest. Because we need these off to go ahead and plant Angron on his face. One nubbin. Oh my gosh. Okay, just give those a little bit of a sand. Angron, please stay there safely and not break anything. We need to give that sand, and then we need to go and give him some pig. So that everything can fit in. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. We'll just give his feet a little bit of a hand down. I think next time that we do something bigger like this, I'm going to organize a better camera mount because this is not adequate. Ooh. This is the strangest tooth polish I've ever done. Also, welcome on in, Vanilla. I hope you're having a lovely day today. Okay, I think that's as close as I'm willing to go. And I will absolutely be taking a picture of this. 1, to post to Discord. 2, to show you guys in closer detail. Because, oh, this is looking so cool. All right, how are we balancing this? There we go. All right. Let's get some pins for Angron. Which drill bit was this? I think it was this one. Now, I think we need some longer pins than what I have available. I will make some more. Yep, this feels like the right drill bit. Everything else, back in the bus. Oh my gosh! This is so exciting! I thought we'd be done tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I thought we'd be done tomorrow. What are we going to do tomorrow? Eh! Why are you not open? Why are you not open? You are supposed to open for me. One moment, there is a slight discussion with my pin vise as to the appropriateness of not being open. Open. Okay. Open. Eh. Okay, the query for the class is now how to get this in there when that does not wish to be placed. It used to be able to get in there. I have no idea how this happened. It does not go from the back. We cannot actually put it in without putting that thing in. Is this the right drill bit? I have a bigger drill bit. This is silly. Does any of the other ones fit? How is this possible? Oh my gosh, I busted my pin bit. Okay, can we just like... No? It's the wrong tool. Can we use the wire and pull this out? Come on. Nah. Give me more room. Okay. Thank you. Nah. Well, just a little bit more. There we go. Good pin vise. Thank you. Alright, which drill bit was that? This one? Oh my goodness. We have managed to do something very impressive here, and I don't think I like it. Yeah. Okay, you know what? We are changing tack because the next thing that we're working on is putting Angron down on the base, and I don't think I can do that today without my pin vise. So we will put Angron on the base tomorrow, and for the rest of the day we will paint my Tyrannid, my Hive Tyrant, because I need to fix my pin vise. I have no idea how this has happened. I didn't know this was possible. Yeah, so this is going to over to one side so I can fix that, oops, after stream. Sorry, Angron. You will just have to wait a little while longer. And hopefully it'll all work out. If not, well, I happen to know someone else who has a pin vise, or at the very least, a drill. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to get that done real quick and all hunky-dory. In the meantime, we have a Tyrannid who's looking oh so happy to see us. I mean, doesn't this face look like one a mother would love? Or at the very least, be all excited to eat all the biomatter available. Good thing is, this is the wrong red. I am pretty sure that we are supposed to be putting corn red on this. Whoop. That being said, I'm pretty sure the vise for the pin vise is like a what is it? It's brass or something, so it could have shrunk in the heat, in the cold, not heat. So that could have done it. Would not surprise me. Not in the least. I'm kind of on an impasse as to what to do with the wings, though. Like, I've been looking at the wings and I've been like, surely we will decide something at some point. Like, there is a decision to be made here, and I do not know what it is. But eventually there will be a decision. Until then, we will just do the rest of the model and happily ignore the consequences of my own actions. Like, there's a lot of things on this I've been like, yeah, that's fine. We're just casually ignoring the implications of this. Like, personally speaking, I think that the whole exposed flesh thing looks really cool. But then there's these little ribbed bits, and I'm like, having them be glowing or something like that would be really, really neat. And then, like, the inside of my brain's like, wait a minute. Aren't we doing this for, like, an army? Won't that be a bad idea? Wouldn't you have to go ahead and paint little white bits and then fill it with fluorescence later on every single one of them? Is that not a bad idea? And then Speeling is like, yes, but the vibes. We live for the vibes, do we not? And so I'm just like, yes, we live for the vibes. The vibes are immaculate. We like the vibes. So I think I'm sitting here and I'm like, I guess we're painting glowing bits in the middle of these guys. Because I think that'll just look cool. Although I'm not sure how I'm going to pull it off. Yep. But hey, that's part of the fun, right? You just go ahead and you figure out what you like on the way. Honestly, that sounds like life in general. So, yeah, it's not too bad if we change our minds. And then, like, if we change our minds, then we just repaint over it. I mean, what's the saying? There's no mistakes, there's only happy accidents. It's like, it's art. You can always go back over it. You can go back over it, you can change it, you can lock pieces off and be like, it got eaten by acid. Like, it's fine. So, like, why worry? Maybe that's what happened to this Tyrannid. Its forepaw got mutated. Or got hit with mutagenic acid. So therefore it no longer has a paw. Foreclaw? Forepaw. Forepaw or foreclaw? You know what? It's fine. It's one or the other. Forelimb. There we go. It went out on a forelimb and then it had its forelimb fall off. It was a very sad day indeed for it. It was a day of confusion, a day of mess, and then a day of forelimbs falling off. I mean, you can't really beat that on bad days. I mean, if your limb falls off, you can really call it to your doctor sick and be like, to your boss sick and go, "Hey boss, I'm having a bad day. I need to call in sick." Why? Well, my arm just fell off. I mean, I think at any point when your arm falls off, your doctor has to be like, "Yeah, that's a problem." Unless perhaps you have a prosthetic. That might... Like, you might be able to get away with something less than... that otherwise? Especially if you're a regular arm fall off person with a prosthetic. Let's just make these even. We get our fingies. Whoop. There we go. All right, fella. Where your arms and legs be at? I see you have a leg here. And it looks like this goes all the way down. You know, it makes me wonder how this kind of creature actually lands on anything. If it has a gun hand and then its legs are spiked, does it just like stab into things and then it just exists? Or does it use its tail as a pincer and then wrap it around something? Like the logic. It makes me deeply curious here. Whoop. There we go. Wait, can we get all of it? There we go. Some nice shiny leg for him to stand on. Or float on? Fly on? You know, the main question then becomes, is the flight to wing ratio big enough? Or is it more like a bumblebee? Okay, now I'm sort of picturing like Tyranid bumblebees and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is horrifying. Just like the buzzing of these things flapping their wings is so fast that they are doing bumblebee speeds for the flying, and it's like nope, nope, nope. Especially when you put Space Marine. Like this dude is as big as its foot. No. Like the speeds that these guys would have to go at to actually get their mass off the ground would be horrifying. Especially when, like, don't they go ahead and they create an anti-warp field or something like that? They have a shadow in the warp. It's something that's really mean to Psychers. I know that. Let's get my microphone up and out of the way so it's not getting bumped. There we go. Like, it sounds like something that surely means that it must be something along the lines of, congratulations, today is just not your day. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, we're good. We double check with the other leg, and this leg is, in fact, red. There we go. Oops. Wait, where were we up to? Ah, there we go. The leg thought it escaped, but it was not so. Very well, leg. Alright, so basically I want to give this sort of a meaty texture with some pink shading eventually. Whether we end up doing that today, I don't know. But it is where I want to take this guy. And, like, it's a vibe. And I think it's cool. Yeah. Alright, tail time. We have the plating coming down. Off my brush. We do not need pink chunks on my brush. We have plating coming down, which doesn't really look like the gooey bits. Okay. All right. Where would we go from here? Hum. Ever had a moment where I want to be friends with an enemy and I do it through sheer bribery? No. No, I haven't. Like, for me, I have tried very hard not to make enemies in my life because I'm of the opinion that, like, going through and making enemies does not help you in the long run. Let's just shade this. Like, the idea of having a mortal enemy, it sounds cool. But it's also effort. Like, you gotta have that upkeep and stuff. And I'm not super there for that. Like, going ahead and being like, yeah, I dubbed thee my mortal enemy. Fare me in despair. Like, it's not super my vibe. And like, I think if I had a mortal enemy, I'd rather just get rid of them. Like, just permanently gone. One way or another out of my life. Because playing games with people, like playing games with people's lives, isn't really my vibe. It's much better to, like, be done with them, if you get what I mean. Oh, real-time strategy games. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that one I can totally see then. Yeah, that is much more fun. Yeah, you just totally mess with them. Just mess them up. Mash them to pieces. Like, I don't really play strategy games or RTS with real players anymore. I don't tend to PvP. Like, for me, PvP isn't where I'm at these days. But yeah, kill your So you can sleep well. Welcome in, Scarf Hero. We've stopped painting Angron's base for today, and we're working on this Tyrannid. Like, making sure whatever whatever enemy you have is well and truly dealt with, I think, is always a good plan. Because you never know when you end up with your enemies pulling a win out from behind. Oh no! Being the wholesome person is always a good thing too. Just being like, do you need a cookie? do you need some help there? You seem to have fallen down. I know you were trying to stab me, but yeah? Let me help you up there. Also, I'm calling the police because you tried to stab me. Like, the best revenge is living well. Oh, the pirates have the best swords. Yes, 10 out of 10. Like, a cutlass is such a vibe. And especially, like, the interesting thing about pirate language, like, not pirate language, like, the way that pirates have spoken, like, it created such a linguistical drift. It makes it really fascinating. Hey, Phil Jackson! True that! Like, taking your wholesomeness other places instead can be a good thing too. Like, choosing to just step away from conflict and just be like, nah. I can choose to not engage is actually a really big power move. And like, it can both end conflicts and solve them very, very effectively. What you been up to, Michael Jackson? How's things been? Oh, heck yeah! Yeah. It's always nice to get a bit more of a new communication. Like, I usually I know, we summoned Michael Jackson back from the grave. Oh, nice. Is it like the Retro Curse Forge one? Oh. I mean, as long as no one starts accusing me of necromancy, we're fine. As far as I understand, in several countries, you can still be accused of that. Old craft. Ah, sounds familiar. Okay. There we go. Like, that being said, like, it's not always possible for all people to turn the other cheek, as it were, or just walk away, which I think can be a personality thing, but can be very disappointing when it does happen. I don't think this was how I did the flesh over there. Like, this looks like I went straight into pink. This looks more meaty. For those that enjoy Wither Storm, I'm sure they'll like it. Up. In place. Go, getting these bright spots. Well, I play both Minecraft and I paint. So we get a mixture of people through here. It's a good time. Well, I play survival games. And at the moment we're playing Minecraft Hardcore. Which is very much my preferred game mode for Minecraft. There we go. We got a hand. It was... So the reason why it was taken off the Steam store was because of licensing shenanigans, and then the... what was it? Telltale Games? No. The people that made it went bankrupt, and then they had all sorts of other issues. So they couldn't actually keep it up. So those that have the game are able to play the game, but other than that, it is a ghost in the machine. Which I think is a real downside of digital media. Like, the fact that we're not actually able to get digital copies of games to plug into things. Like, it feels like a lost media black hole that is slowly forming. And like, the longer I think we stay with mainly digital stuff, I think the worse it's going to get when stuff starts fading out of existence, as it were. Like, you have places like Good Old Games, which is able to pick up some of the stuff that exists, but they only exist at the behest of companies, and only if the companies let them sell their games. And that's still digital. Ah, bankrupts and rights to and textures. Ah, okay. Was that what it was? I knew it was some mess of a thing. Phew. But I mean, losing the rights to the textures as well as everything else is... Ugh. That makes it so much worse. And especially because that would make it so that Minecraft doesn't actually go ahead as... and be able to distribute the game either. Like, damn. Whoop. All right. Here we go. Getting some nice leashiness going on there. We'll be coming back on its anniversary. Okay, that's the vibe. Well, I think what we'll do is we will leave it there for today. I will say thank you everyone for coming. It has been so much fun. Where is my mouse gone? There it is. So I will see you guys next time. We got around. It has been a great time. For those of you that want to see more or see Angron with pins in his feet and ready to be put on things next time, we will be streaming at 3 hours ago. Wait, 12:30, 11:30, 10:30. So 3.5 hours ago tomorrow. So whatever 3.5 hours is, that time tomorrow. So until then, I will see you then. And YouTube, Twitch will go right out. And I will see you then.